One day I was studying Om. I was having a particularly difficult time. See, Om is learning to pay attention to the specific stroke, following the moving finger, but more than anything, it's about letting go of control. This is how you gain entry. It's fairly simple, actually. Simple, but not easy. And you get the equivalent to writer's block, but all over your psyche when you won't let go of control. I did not want anyone to know my propensity for obsession and mania and dips into dark wells, so I held on, and I held on tight. My stroker was not exactly thrilled with watching me fake surrender yet again. It was a certain kind of art. I mean, I was definitely an actress, but not exactly what we were looking for. I went for a walk. I stopped off to, of all things, because this is what you do, talk to the goats that were located on the property. I heard a hammering in the garage next to the pen. I wandered over, and the main teacher was in there alone. When you are in that state of non-surrender, you are nothing but self-conscious. I tried to sneak away when I heard my name. "Hey, Nikki," he called. He called me Nikki because I was so serious. They thought it might lighten me up. It did not. I turned my back. "Oh, hey." He asked me what was up. I knew the drill. Accentuate the positive, but I couldn't manage it. I just plunked myself down right there, vulnerable. I can't get it. I just can't get it. Everyone else does, I don't. He kept his head down, looking at the table he was making, but eyes on me, and he said, "Oh, you get it all right, but you're doing something deeper. You're a writer, right?" "No, not really. I've read your practice journals. You're a writer. You're gathering the material to write about. You're having the human experience. And part of that, a big part of that, is not being able to have it all figured out. You'll write, but when you do, you'll have something to write about, and the passion of someone who has let go of control and is now carried. It won't be the Reader's Digest version, I'll tell you that. In other words, the aim is not to turn passion into milky virtue. It's to remain separate from it. It's to be still in the waves that allows us to float. Ask yourself, is this really who I want to be? Do I want people to say that I was a fine actuary with love? Stephen Zweig writes that the hero, in this case, the one who becomes the artist, learns to harness the daimon and not be in its thrall. That's because there are many encounters with the maras, the sirens, the distractions sent to get you back to dry land. Like my teacher said, embrace them. Laugh, and they disappear. I've told the story of a journey where there were demons, and like anything I'd ever experienced, I shook, I vomited, I recoiled in the dark night. Then I remembered, wait a minute, I don't believe in demons. And they giggled off, happy to be found out. It was joyously disturbing, I wrote for days. It is, as Cesar A. Cruz says, who's poet and academic, art should comfort the disturbed and disturb the comfort, including you. This is not to say, may I never find peace. That is the crux of the artist's way, to find peace not in spite of the disturbances, but with them, to earn an adamantine peace. And art will teach you peace and enforce patience. Eggs opened from the outside kill what is inside. You have to break out. Flowers forced to open die. You have to unfurl. A parable about reading spiritual canons that could apply to art is that a man is walking by a window. He remains there. He remains there for days. People are fairly sure he has lost his marbles. And then suddenly, a curtain pulls back. When that curtain pulls back, there's an image of a woman. And you can see him looking at her. And then the curtain closes again. That is the experience of divine wisdom. That is the experience of inspiration. That is the flash. So we're invited. We're invited to feel the vibrations of the ficus with its nervous system so generously surfaced. Learn slowly so that you can learn deeply, and remember that we come out of a womb, so does our creativity, which would suggest that it's feminine and likes to be courted, even if it's not giving up the goods.